everyone, Xandros here, and welcome back to Crimes and Punishments Sherlock Holmes. This is part 5 of our playthrough, and it is the beginning of the third case, which was titled Bloodbath. So if you haven't seen the first 4 parts, which is the first 2 cases, go way over there to the far right of your screen there, and click on the icon, and you can go look at that. But if you're caught up, we're going to dive right into this next case. I'm kind of excited to see where this is going to go. Stomp any louder? Jeez.
Holmes, what happened?
I feel deathly.
And you look it. Let me examine you. Please don't tell me that you've returned to your old habits.
Oh crap, I get to do a minigame?
The pupil is dilated. The temperature appears to be normal. I need to concentrate and count the heart beats.
Okay.
A weak pulse, around 50 beats per minute.
Starting off with a minigame. I don't know if I like this one, but who knows? Yeah, Child's Play was the achievement I just got. Oh boy.
But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
The antidote. Give it to me.
The antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Now.
He
Please.
poisoned himself?
Here, drink it all. Don't tell me that you did this to yourself.
Hemlock and datura. I was compelled to.
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I did. What might have happened?
I knew that you would.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Mr. Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is unwell.
A good day, Inspector.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to find you here. I need your help. This is a strange one. We have brought in 2 young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the chamber, and so on and so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the bath, but, what?
As I said,
And they were tied together.
you are lacking in imagination, Inspector.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway, there was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it and signed by the Merry Men.
The Oceanic. Isn't that the largest steamer ever built?
Yes. And these 2 young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line,
Oh,
the company
boy.
that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
White Star
I'm not
Line, the
interested in
Titanic.
politics, Lestrade.
I'll keep it then.
There's going to be a Titanic
Here's
case.
another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder, but we're unable to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder, a vanishing weapon, the Roman baths. That's for us. Watson, fetch your hat.
I think Holmes just wants a bath. Looks like a nice little place.
What a beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder. The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be waiting for you here, but please hurry.
Okay.
Are you able to identify the men who were with the victim in the steam room?
Yes. The manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the city council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one,
These names.
Garrow, did it. He doesn't seem right in the head.
Well, we shall see.
Oh geez, just because he's a big guy, I bet. Psh.
You found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All 3 witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred,
I'll have to
and
remember.
they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see. Was there anyone else here, apart from those gentlemen in the steam room?
Yes,
think it was
a
poison.
Mr. Phillips.
I'm calling it now.
He was the one who called
Something
the
involving
police.
poisoning.
He'll be able to give you
Or
more
something
details.
that the poison was instigated by the steam room's temperature and something like that. If I had to take a guess.
Good day to you, Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
Well, I know what I'm going to do first. Because I always do. Let's see. Black wrinkles. Scissor cut? Scissor cut doesn't himself, lives alone. Oh, now we're getting a couple of things at once to get a little, you know, a little more in depth. Let's see what else we're going to find here. Okay.
Please tell us the chain of events from the start of your day. Everything that you can remember. The slightest detail may be of importance.
Very well, sir. I came in at 6:30 this morning, and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I
Sorry.
prepared the towels. The brazier was still burning.
Oof.
There was a fire burning all night.
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time until the room is fully heated. The gentlemen had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. I wanted everything to be perfect. They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police. One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
Did you receive any other visitors this morning?
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then, while we were discussing work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived, and Mr. Garrow followed.
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then I returned to the hall. The changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room.
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
Well, I'm surprised at this temperatures. Okay.
The steam room's on the other side, Mr. Holmes.
This frigidarium. So I guess that's the cold room. Exodus. Is this it? Ah,
These clothes belong to one of the suspects from the steam room. Clothes belonging to one of the suspects.
well, that one. He didn't even care. Ooh. Aha.
Champagne for a special occasion.
Check the bottle here.
An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled.
Okay.
Unopened. It was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session.
Okay. So, 3 sets of clothes?
Expensive clothes belonging to one of the men from the steam room.
Okay, we're missing a set of clothes. Oh. His eye's gone?
Good Lord, Holmes.
Ah, death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Let us forget about that.
Well, check the body. Here we go.
There was only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain. Death would have been instantaneous.
Okay.
The wound should not have bled so profusely. This pool is rather large.
Ritualistic? Maybe it was Adderall.
Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample. Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very likely removed it before the steam session.
The death is very recent, between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
Okay.
I think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
What concerns me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
I was wondering, Holmes, it's fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry, or he is an artist, or a ghost, or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous. Do you know that?
Wouldn't surprise me. Let's talk to Mr. Garrow.
Blood traces wiped on the towel.
I'm trying to talk to the guy.
It's horrible. So Rodney is dead. Can't we speak about it somewhere else?
I'm in shock. I don't want to talk.
Oh, shut up.
It's horrible. I can't talk at the moment.
You people. Ah,
The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme. I will need something to pick up this melted metal. It is too hot. I cannot reach into it. With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
Okay. So I guess that's a new mechanic now.
One lens is cracked, probably due to the temperature of the brazier. These lenses are for myopia. The wearer is short-sighted.
There's gotta be like tongs or something here.
The grid cannot be removed. The weapon is nowhere to be found.
Maybe I need to turn this back on. I'm missing something.
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
Just figured I'd run around, check real quick. I guess that's all it was for. Okay.
Mr. Holmes? Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can interrogate them there. Any objections?
Please wait. I need to do something first.
I need to find a... Okay, talk to him. Yeah, get like a poker or tongs or something.
There is a bottle of champagne on ice in the changing room. Do you have any idea who left it there?
There is? Are you quite certain? I didn't pay any attention. Do you believe that it's important?
There are few among us who could claim any degree of unfamiliarity with the name of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. He is a gentleman who possesses the wealth, notoriety, and vigor to well match the finest of his ilk abound in England. His intellect is equal to his charms, as has oft been declared by the young ladies of the European aristocracy. I'm having problems reading this morning. He holds powerful connections within the Lord's chamber. Fuck, I suck today. And carries an influence inside the political world. There are those who call him unforgiving, authoritarian. We should rather say that Sir Rodney is determined and ambitious. His presence at an archaeological site can only mean success for all concerned. Dear friend, I wish to organize a press conference at the Strand Lane Baths next month. 1893 was a remarkable year for my work in Egypt, but now it is time to set my focus upon English archaeology to shine the light on our national treasure and reveal them to the public. Treasures, more than one. I would like to see as many journalists as possible in attendance to report this event and record it favorably if we treat them well enough. I should like to recall my old friendship with Lord Blackmore and use the special funds of the Royal Archaeological Institute for this event, Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. I think that's all. Yeah. Oh, we explore this now. Another document. This metal plate, besides its archaeological interest, appears to be a part of something larger. At the present moment, I am unable to determine exactly what that might be. Okay.
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
Okay, cataloging. Nope, that's it. I guess we're going to this table. It's just tables.
Tools used by archaeologists in their research.
Ah, that's what I need right there.
I will need these tongs.
Is that it? Okay.
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
Oh, so it's on the shelves now.
Glass plate negatives. A remarkable method for recording ancient civilizations.
One's missing.
A glass plate negative is missing. It is a glass plate negative of an Egyptian statue.
Right then. Time to go get some metal.
This area serves as Sir Rodney Bentcliffe's workshop.
I need to go back. And I can tong that out while they're still here. Alright.
I should analyze this melted metal.
Where did you put it? Are you putting molting hot things in your pockets again, Holmes? Seriously, first it was a cigar, and the last one, and now you're putting fucking molten metal in your pocket. What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you making Watsons carry it? You sick son of a bitch. God damn.
Mr. Holmes.
Now I'm not trying to talk to you. Yeah, I'll go ahead and let you take the fuckers.
Mr. Holmes, I should like...
Yeah, I'm skipping it. No objection. Take it away.
None, Lestrade.
Good. Go back to where I was. I'll interrogate them later. I'm going to check more than south. Okay.
My God, are you all right? I wonder how this could have happened.
Yes, it is somewhat treacherous. Fortunately, I am unscathed.
Those stones weigh tons. We won't move them.
It does not matter. If our investigation requires it, we shall ask for them to be removed.
These baths are becoming sinister.
Alright, I think we're covered, so let's go through Scotland Yard. I have men here in a little bit, so I'm gonna check their belongings real quick. Ah, here we are.
This ring was most likely the one that Sir Rodney wore. He removed it before entering the steam room.
I didn't expect it. Yep, I did.
I see the join. This ring was repaired, and quite badly too, with silver. An Egyptian symbol. It is a very old jewel.
Why on earth would they wear such a ring?
A very pertinent question.
Secret Society.
An old and rather dirty coin. Rodney Bentcliffe's notebook. It may contain something of interest.
Maybe.
The last pages were torn out. We must find a way of retrieving Sir Rodney's last lines. Watson, please prevent anyone from entering the room. But first, fetch me a pencil.
Well, of course. I know what I gotta do now.
To begin with, a few strokes of the pencil will be enough. I don't want to damage the traces. And then to gently smudge the leftover pencil marks with a handkerchief. I'm sure that Watson won't mind if I use his.
Couldn't read it that well.
Mr. Holmes, the coroner... But what are you doing? Tampering with the evidence?
I prefer to make them talk. Today, I almost found it. This date will go down in history. Sir Rodney was about to make an outstanding discovery.
Wonderful.
I could retrieve only the final words. The rest of it is lost. Perhaps the autopsy will assist us in that matter.
I'm not sure that I can allow you to inspect the body now.
I am sure that you must, Constable.
Well...
Alright. Okay, here we go. The right eyeball has been pierced to the hilt by a curved bladed knife. The blade cut through the orbit of the frontal bone, ripping a part of the frontal lobe and the corpus callosum, for which, completing its trajectory in the cerebellum, caused hemorrhagic lesions. Medical terms. I can almost kind of do them. All these injuries led directly to the death of the individual. At the upper lobe of the right lung, there is an old injury filled with an amount of mucus and ciliated debris that may correspond to a chronic infection by illness likely inhaled in a burial chamber, a decaying mummy, for example, or a dried and decomposing food product intended to accompany the deceased to their graves. The remainder of the body does not appear to have any damage. Okay. Wait, there's more here, isn't there?
A hand-drawn map.
Right, this is from Sir Gregory Pitkin's letter here. So let's see what we got. Sir Gregory Pitkin, manager to Mr. Billingthorne. Dear Sir, the interests that I represent require the situation at the baths to be changed for the better. At the present time, the frigidarium and excavations remain under your direction, and yet the works have not progressed. You have failed to find anything of value, and we are unable to make the frigidarium accessible to the public. The frigidarium is a valuable asset in the recreation of the Roman bath experience. I urge you to complete your work within the next 2 months. You have this remaining time to conclude your archaeological research and to find yourself another workplace. That's not good.
An ordinary pencil.
So, What does it do? Alright, check Garrow.
When Garrow found Sir Rodney dead, he wiped the blood upon himself. A phial with herbs. Do you know what it is, my dear fellow?
It's the St. John's wort flower, Holmes. It's commonly used as a drug against melancholia. However, an overdosage might lead to a rash or even hallucinations.
Totally. Someone might have been taking a little too much of it. Okay, so this is Pickens.
An embroidered silk handkerchief. A fountain pen with solid gold trim. Sir Gregory Pitkin's visiting card.
Alright, so I guess we'll go talk. Start with Blink.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and I am assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. My name is Percival Blinkhorn.
There you go. Let's see what we can discover about him in here. Yeah, past him. Okay, that kind of froze up a minute, sorry. Not wealthy, rusty bracers. Okay. Aha, there it is.
What is your occupation?
I'm an archaeologist, specializing in the Roman period. I'm working on several excavation sites at present, including the baths at Strand Lane.
Can you tell me more about the baths?
Well, we're hoping to retrieve a great many interesting artifacts from the site, and to list any items of value before their eventual restoration and exhibition.
And has it been successful?
It has, thanks to Sir Rodney.
Yeah, that look on your face says something.
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney?
Well, I couldn't say that he was a kind man, no. But he was talented. I felt a great admiration for him, I must say.
Was it your first collaboration?
I had met Sir Rodney briefly once in Egypt, and I'd shared my researches with him. Surprisingly, my work did convince him to come here. He arrived only a couple of months ago.
Surprisingly?
Well, Sir Rodney was a cold man, and so very secretive too. But I learned so much from him. I can't believe that he's dead.
That is like the weirdest balding pattern. It's bugging me.
Can you tell me what you saw today?
Well, we entered the steam room and we all went to sit down. The steam was particularly dense, and I didn't see anything much further after that.
Okay, so the steam was...
I just heard Mr. Garrow shouting, but we all ran for the door and bumped into each other. I was very alarmed by this point.
Okay.
What did you do?
Well, the door was stuck, and with all the steam, it was quite frightening. I was barely able to see my own feet. Garrow was covered in blood.
How can
Do you
tell?
believe that Garrow killed Sir Rodney?
Oh, no. Garrow couldn't harm a fly.
How could you see?
Can you recall any recent event that would occur to you now as being a little strange?
Well, yesterday we had a small argument.
Is that all?
No. Sir Rodney informed me that he was to attend the London Archaeological Congress with me. Then he advised me of quite the opposite. And rather aggressively, too.
Okay, so he's trying to push you out?
Do you recognize this ring?
Certainly. It's the famous Aswan ring. Sir Rodney brought it back from his last campaign in Egypt.
And he kept it for himself?
Sir Rodney has had his own particular ideas of archaeology.
What can you tell me about Garrow?
Well, he always looks so sad, and he has been acting strangely lately. He complains about voices and visions. I will keep an eye on him because I'm worried.
How well were your researchers progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather well.
Sorry, I didn't pay attention.
This letter reveals that Sir Gregory was prepared to put a stop to your work.
Yes. But since Sir Rodney's arrival, he had calmed down. He allowed us to work. I'm not sure what they agreed on.
What will happen now that Sir Rodney is dead?
Well, I haven't thought about that. But if it's needed, I will fight to defend Sir Rodney's expectations.
Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
So far, I'm making some interesting little insights.
Good day to you, Sir
Rodney.
Gregory. My name is Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, boy.
I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder that took place this morning. Would you mind answering a few questions?
Tell me, Mr. Holmes, will I need to stay here for very much longer?
Impatient little dick, isn't he? I could have told he was fucking arrogant. Don't even look at his eyes until now. There's something else I'm missing. Where is it? Ah. I got this.
You are the manager of the baths, is that correct?
Yes. I'm passionate about archaeology. I wanted to restore the ruins. My ambition is to open the baths to the public. Living archaeology can be a profitable business, although now I'm not so sure.
I see. When do you wish to begin using the baths?
When the archaeological researches are over, I will be free to complete the restoration. It is the usual process.
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney Bentcliffe?
We were not particularly close. He had an unpleasant temperament. Suspicious, authoritarian, unkind. People possessed by genius may be forgiven for their nature, but not by me.
Was he obstructive?
Not at all. Everything he did led us to greater success. He helped us increase the potential of the building.
Please tell me what happened this morning.
The test that we performed this morning was a success. The steam was working well. Then, of course, that awful murder.
What did you see?
The steam was too thick to see anything. But ask Garrow. He saw the body first.
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behavior?
Look, I'm not a suspicious fellow, but I think that he had professional interests elsewhere that he did not wish us to know about.
Why should you think that? Where?
I have no idea. But after all, it was not my business.
How was the work progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather slowly, I would say.
Sir Gregory, could you please explain this letter? You expressed the wish to call off the research work at the baths.
It was all about Blinkhorn. He was merrily digging away and taking very little care about it, ruining everything and finding nothing of any value.
But the arrival of Sir Rodney changed your mind?
Sir Rodney's work was extremely promising, and it was good for the bath's publicity. So yes, I changed my mind.
Are you aware that Mr. Garrow is under a form of medication?
Garrow? No, but I never liked that parasite.
Do you believe him to be capable of murder?
Well, he did have blood on him. Does that make him a murderer?
Did you bring a bottle of champagne to the baths?
Absolutely not. Sir Rodney did, I think.
Okay. Left.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
Alright. Let's see what the bloody Talaman has to say.
A good day to you. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
I am Tristram Garrow.
Alright, let's take a look at Mr. Garrett. Okay. Huh.
What is your occupation?
I am a counsellor at the district chamber.
And what were you doing at the baths?
Well, I follow the researches. I am interested in archaeology.
You follow them?
Yes. So many things happened and we need to know. Or perhaps it's better hidden.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Garrow.
I meant nothing by that. I apologise.
What was it like to work with Sir Rodney?
It was like working with a genius. He was a hard man, but then you know this world is hard. There are always people who want to steal from you. And he trusted me, but oh.
Are you feeling unwell?
Oh, I'm sorry. It is I remember. Oh, I feel so sorry.
Do you need anything?
I feel bad. I hear. No, nothing. I'm better now.
Right. He's better.
Please try to recall what you saw
Sorry,
today.
popping.
The room was so hot. I had to remove my glasses. I was not feeling so very well in there.
But you found the body.
I saw the knife, you know, flying through the air. I saw the blood. I tried to escape. I don't remember.
You saw the knife? What did it look like?
Everything was as if in a nightmare. It all happened so fast. The knife was shining like gold.
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behaviour?
Well, he had been rather secretive these past few days. Last Thursday, for example, I saw him leave. When he returned, it was very late. He showed me some wet coins, Roman coins, and he started to laugh.
Okay.
His ring! Oh, it should be destroyed.
Why do you say that?
It is a cursed ring, digging dark secrets.
Really?
It is after me now. I know it. I shouldn't have worked on it in the workshop. It's too late now.
I think this guy needs more than just
This is
regular
the coin
cards.
that he
Jesus
showed me.
Christ.
It is from the 3rd century.
It must be very rare.
No, I don't know.
Really?
Thank you. Thank you. This will help me to calm down.
Do be careful with the dosage.
I will.
I mean it. Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
What? No.
Garrow appears to be rather mentally disturbed. Either that or he is a good actor.
Okay. Time to do some deducing. Oh wow, there's a lot of shit here. So we got Sir Rodney's line, the mortal secret. Why would Sir Rodney be hiding anything? Could his discovery be the motive for the crime? The hell? One thing, lad. Find out where Sir Rodney was several days before his murder. Or his precious secrets. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that's all we got right now. Sorry, had to reposition a little bit. Let's see. I should probably. I need to go back to Baker Street, I believe. Oh, damn. Please tell me she's not there anymore. Alright, let's analyze the dirt. Okay, what am I looking for? Oh! I gotta focus.
Selenite.
Aha.
Pyrite, otherwise known as fool's gold. White clay particles. Interesting. According to the color and its composition, I deduce that this sample is white clay. Now, I need to find which area near London this sample belongs to.
Oh boy.
The sample of dirt belongs to the White London clay region, located near the city of St. Albans.
Alright. That was quick and easy. Now I gotta analyze the metal.
This is a piece of metal taken from a brazier. It appears to be silver, but I need to be sure. If it is silver, it will be possible to melt it, since silver's melting point is at around 900 degrees Celsius. Let us compare this sample with a silver penny by testing it with acid. If it changes color to match the result of a reaction with a silver coin, then it is silver. I must take a pipette and place several drops of acid upon the samples. The reaction is the same red stain. It is silver, Britannia silver quality.
I bet that was the knife. Possible silver weapon. Oh wait. He said it shined like gold though.
On the sofa for the third time today. Well, don't be surprised if Watson sits on you again.
I'm supposed to... Okay. Huh.
That is not the one I need.
Let's get on this. Sorry about the train. I can't help you. Here we are. Bitcliff's mummy. The great excavation in Hassard, I can't pronounce it, has taken over 3 years. Sir Rodney Bitcliffe directed the archaeological work. A mummy was found with an inoculated eye. Ooh, that's not good. And posed in an unusual position. The right hand was tensed, as if reaching out for something or to someone. The mummy was buried upright. She has been named the Desperate Mummy. due to her very peculiar characteristics. Nearby it could be read in Latin, "By the eye he was punished, for he saw what he was not worthy." The mummy is believed to be Roman rather than Egyptian, as some symbols found on the tomb are common in Mithraic mysteries.
Here it is.
All right.
By the eye he was punished, for he saw that he was not worthy. Dreadful.
Ugh. More letters. Apparently the Empire is growing stronger day by day. Has it yesterday? Oh. Yeah. Well, we're not worried about that right now. It's the old case. We're on the current case. Oh, I can actually go examine the body now. So, alright. To Scotland Yard. For some reason, when I was here last time, I didn't check the body. I don't know why, but yeah. Let's see. Is it this way? Aha, there it is.
According to the coroner, there were no cardiac problems nor lung congestion, but there were traces of fungus, possibly contracted from the Egyptian tombs. The coroner observed no stomach nor liver disease, if we're to accept that Sir Rodney was an occasional drinker and 63 years of age. An unusual wound, inflicted by a curved knife, which resulted in instant death, as the coroner's report says.
Oh, you rotated the body? Hey. Sorry.
Some light bruising, caused by a rope.
Mouse is acting up today. Sorry, it's
The
double
bruising
clicking
is
on me.
in lines. They were caused by a rope around the waist. Sir Rodney was descending somewhere.
Interesting. Are the coroner's notes? Is there anything else here? Alright, okay, we're just going back to the baths.
These baths are becoming sinister.
Yeah. Seriously, I don't know why my mouse is double clicking like that. Is there something else here I missed? No. Wait, is there something on the table I missed? Oh. I can't believe I didn't get that when I wasn't paying attention. Miraculous reopening for the Strand Lane on the baths, excavation research. The research efforts were about to be halted when a savior arrived in the form of Sir Rodney Bencliffe. Sir Rodney has taken over immediate control of the excavation, and the site was key to a great mystery. We pledged to update our readers. Alright. I missed something because I'm fucking smart. Alright, God, these photos. I'm not turning. Okay. Lincoln's humiliation, okay. And Lincoln's interest. I'm gonna say humiliation. For now. But it could be wrong. missed something here. Really? I didn't get to inspect this? I didn't know I could, as I tried to look around the last time.
A shape has been cut in the plate. What should be done with it?
Okay.
I should check this blood sample at Baker Street.
Really?
This key was covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it.
How? What am I looking for in the steam switch? Why does it keep bringing me back here? So there's something I haven't discovered yet.
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
Maybe there's something above it?
G. Newell and Sons, steam specialists, Seattle, WA.
Ah, that's what I missed, of course. Oh.
How many people have keys to the steam room?
We have just the one key for now, which Sir Gregory gave to me.
So, this morning you opened the steam room, and then?
I put the key inside my desk, but when they called, I couldn't find it. It had disappeared. I don't know where it is.
Did you leave the baths at any time, or receive any visitors?
No, sir. I did not.
What? Really? God damn it.
Did you leave the baths at any time, or receive any visitors?
No, sir. I did not.
You are not telling the truth, Mr. Phillips. You left your work this morning, and you went to the post office, where you dispatched a telegram at around 7:30.
But how could you... No,
The telegram was for someone in Manchester.
Mr. Holmes, it's I'll tell you everything.
Look.
I left the baths at 7:20. My sister wrote to me yesterday, and she needed a reply, or our mother is unwell. I was away for 20 minutes, and I closed the baths on my way out.
Did you receive a reply from your sister?
No, she wasn't meant to. I just told her to pawn my old school uniform so that she could pay for the medication.
Did you check to see if the key was still in your desk when you returned?
No, I didn't. Please, Mr. Holmes, don't tell the police about this. Sir Gregory would give me the sack. I need this job.
I see.
Really? Really? Okay. It was inside. So let's go back to Baker Street. Time to test the blood.
Let us analyze this blood sample. This blood has not coagulated well. It seems very liquid. That is strange. Let us see what is inside it. Hydrogen peroxide will bring any foreign matter to the surface.
I'm trying to get it in there in 1 a.m.
Water. This blood is heavily diluted with water.
Huh. Okay, so let's see what we got. Steam moisture. The presence of water is due to the humid atmosphere caused by the steam. Or, don't know. Well, I think I'm going to stop it here because this was getting we got a lot of suspects and a lot's going on, and I want to try to keep this to 2 parts, this specific case, if at all possible, and I don't want to overload people. So, yeah, we've got 3 suspects, one of them very fucking disturbed, and on some kind of drug. It's a holistic, natural kind of thing, I guess. Try to help with, I guess, his nerves to calm him down or something. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be for. I forget. But it's making him hallucinate. And he thinks he saw something gold flying through the air. He thinks that was the weapon. And then they have the guy in charge of the baths, the actual site. It's his name attached. And he was happy to keep the expedition going once Sir Rodney came in. But before that, he was ready to close it down because the guy that was there originally, the other suspect, wasn't bringing anything forth, and it was just, nothing was progressing. And then the other guy, our last suspect, I'm sorry about using names, I'm bad with some of the names here. Our last suspect was the person who pretty much had this pulled out from under him and put into Sir Rodney's hands. And he may have some reason to hold a grudge. We don't know yet if he actually does. We'll just have to see. So, we have a locked room murder, 3 suspects, someone identifying a gold weapon, but we found silver inside of the room itself. So, I don't know. Really interesting one, but we'll figure this out next time around. So, I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below, and leave a comment and tell me what your theory is on what's going on. Who do you think? What's your hypothesis? Also, don't forget to come back next time as we go a little deeper into this case. And as always, don't forget, my name is Xandros, and please remember, stay awesome. Till next time.